Decoding the Northeast poll results. All about the two women MLAs of Nagaland scripting history. A new ray of hope for women in governance. Not far away in Tripura, a new sun rises. Pradyot Deb Barma literally shines with focus on tribal issues. And TMC falls into heart of darkness, plans to expand beyond West Bengal, ends with a whimper. This and more. Top Angle starts right here, right now. With the assembly election results out, Nagaland has created history. Two women MLAs have been elected since it attained statehood in 1963. S. Cruz and Hekani Jakhalu, both from the ruling Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party, have become the first two women candidates to be elected in the state assembly. The figure is not bad given that a total of 5 women candidates had contested 2023 polls in Nagaland. The 48-year-old Delhi University graduate and U.S. returned lawyer activist Hekani Jakhalu created history after winning from the Dimapur 3 seat. Recognized for promoting gender equality, Hekani has also backed the Nari Shakti Puraskar. She is also the founder of YouthNet, an organization that empowers young people in the area. NDPP candidate 56-year-old Salhu Tuonu Cruz won from Western Angami seat by defeating independent candidate Kenei Zakhao Nakhro. She is a local hotel owner too. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio had widely campaigned for Cruz. In a state where women outperform men in voting and have been a part of the rebel armies and played an important role in the peace process, it's a curious anomaly that it did not have any women representative in the assembly so far. So much so that in the 60 years of its existence, Nagaland is the only state that did not elect a woman MLA. Only 19 women, including this year's 5 candidates, stood for assembly polls. None had ever won until this year. Nagaland's only women representative in parliament was Rano M. Shaiza, niece of Naga separatist leader A.Z. Pizzo. Shaiza, who died in 2015, was the first woman to become United Democratic Party president, winning elections to the Lok Sabha in 1977. Since then, the state has had very few women politicians. For a society that is primarily women-centric, it is an irony that so far there hasn't been representation by women in governance at a proportionate scale. With these two MLAs, one can surely say the scenario is changing for better in the Northeast. Moving on now. The young and eloquent prince of Tripura royal family, Pradyot Bikram Manekya Deb Barma, is the new talk of the town. The Maharaja first attracted everyone's attention when he formed the new Tripura Motha party, creating a lot of buzz even among the voters. Earlier, he was the state Congress president. 2 years to its formation, the Tripura Motha, led by the royal scion Pradyot Deb Barma, emerged as the second largest party in the state assembly elections. The Maharaja entrepreneur and the tribal voice, Pradyot's rise can be attributed to his connect with the people of the state, particularly the tribals, who have a soft corner for their prince. Pradyot has been spearheading the movement against the Citizenship Amendment Bill since 2019. That year, on January 8th, 6 tribal youths were injured in police firing as protesters came out on streets against the bill at Madhubari. Then Pradyot had visited the families of the injured, striking a chord with the tribals of his state. Pradyot was born on July 1978 in Delhi to the Kayas dynasty of Tripura. Elder son of Maharaja Kirit Vikram Kishore Dev Barma of Tripura, he completed his higher education from Shillong. Since the formation of his own party, Pradyot has been demanding greater Tripura land for indigenous tribals. And now, after the results are out, he says his party will perform the role of a constructive opposition without going with either the BJP or the CPM. Moving on now, following her party's defeats in the Tripura Assembly elections and Sagar Dighi by polls, West Bengal Chief Minister and TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee has announced that the TMC would contest the 2024 general elections without any political alliances. TMC's plans to expand their political influence beyond West Bengal were dealt a blow on Thursday when the results of the assembly elections in Tripura and Meghalaya were announced. In Tripura, a state which has a similar demographic to Bengal, the TMC failed to win even a single seat, while in Meghalaya, a predominantly Christian state, they won only 5 out of 57 seats contested. Their objective had been to unseat the ruling National People's Party. Following their landslide victory in Bengal in 2021, the TMC set their sights on Tripura with Abhishek Banerjee, the party's general secretary, confidently predicting that Mamata Banerjee's party would remove the BJP from power in the northeastern state, just as they had done in Bengal. However, the TMC's campaign in Tripura lost momentum and the party only put forward 28 candidates for the elections. The 2018 Assembly elections saw the TMC not winning a single seat, yet they suddenly became the principal opposition party when 12 Congress MLAs led by Mukul and Charles defected. In response, the ruling NPP and the BJP started referring to the party as an outsider and a Bengal party. When Mamata Banerjee visited Shillong on December 13th, she proclaimed that Meghalaya would not experience a similar result as Goa. But this time around, it appeared that the major clash would be between the NPP and the TMC, yet TMC's win of only 5 seats was a letdown to the party workers who had left the Congress to fight with the NPP-BJP alliance. Moving on now. Another election and another defeat for Congress. This time in northeastern states, the Grand Old Party was able to win just 8 seats out of the total 180 seats in 3 states. Looking at the results, Congress could only win 5 seats in Meghalaya, while it failed to open its account in Nagaland despite deploying 23 candidates. Tripura, where it partnered with the left and hoped for a victory, also could not yield any results. It could win just 3 seats out of the total 60. This is a significant downfall for the Grand Old Party that won 21 seats in Meghalaya in 2018. If we look at the past elections, the party could not revive itself post-2013 polls. Its presence in Northeast as a primary opposition withered away in just 10 years. Nagaland and Tripura, where it was the principal opposition in 2013, has today been reduced to a fringe player. On the other hand, BJP, which was nowhere 10 years back, is today touching newer heights. Its footprints is growing with each passing year. In the recent election, BJP won the Tripura and now is all set to form governments in Nagaland and Meghalaya with allies. BJP's performance is commendable also because of the fact that 2 out of 3 states were Christian majority ones and it could get their votes, which Congress failed to do so. So what's working for the BJP, which Congress is failing to understand? Is it the leadership? Perhaps, yes. Congress says this time it kept a long vision and fielded young candidates in elections, and its performance will be strong 5 years later. While many raised issues over national leaders not campaigning in the states, Congress is of the view that the local leadership matter the most in northeastern states like Tripura, Meghalaya and Nagaland. But be it the national or local, both leadership failed for Congress miserably. While its local leaders left the party and switched sides, its national leaders are still engaged in a cold war over the high command. Also, the strategies like Bharat Jodo Yatra could not give them the electoral results. Moving on now. Prime Minister Modi has addressed post-budget webinar on developing tourism in mission mode. The webinar is part of the 12 post-budget webinars being organized from 23rd of February to 11th of this month. Prime Minister Modi said the government is instrumental in helping homestays, hotels, restaurants and other businesses located in tourist locations near the villages.
केंद्र सरकार ने बॉर्डर किनारे पर बसे जो गांव है वहां वाइब्रेंट बॉर्डर विलेज योजना शुरू की है। ऐसे में होम स्टे, छोटे होटल, छोटे रेस्टोरेंट हो, ऐसे अनेक बिजनेस के लिए लोगों को ज्यादा से ज्यादा सपोर्ट करने का काम हम सबको मिलकर के करना है।
Moving on now, the BJP has hit out at Congress leader Rahul Gandhi for claiming that the government was running surveillance against the opposition in India. In his speech at the Cambridge University, Rahul Gandhi had said that Indian democracy itself was under pressure. Now the BJP has dismissed Gandhi's allegations as, quote, rantings and ramblings, saying that opposition leaders in India are under surveillance and that Prime Minister Modi is destroying the, quote, architecture of India Rahul Gandhi had claimed that a large number of politicians in the opposition had the Pegasus spyware placed on their phones. Listen in.
I myself had Pegasus on my phone. Large number of politicians have Pegasus on my phone, on their phone. I've been called by intelligence officers who tell me, listen, please be careful what you're saying on the phone, because we are sort of recording this stuff. So this is a constant pressure that we feel.
Meanwhile, Union Minister Anurag Thakur was among the BJP leaders who issued strong rebuttals. Thakur said that Gandhi's assertions about Pegasus existed only in his mind. Let's listen in.
और ये रोने धोने का काम राहुल गांधी जी अब विदेशी धरती पे फिर एक बार कर रहे हैं, और ये पेगासस कहीं और नहीं, उनके दिलो दिमाग पर बैठा हुआ है। दुनिया भर में मोदी जी के प्रति जो सम्मान बढ़ा है, जो भारत का मान सम्मान बढ़ा है मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, वो आज कोई और नहीं, दुनिया भर के बड़े बड़े नेता कह रहे हैं। राहुल जी किसी और की नहीं, कम से कम इटली के प्राइम मिनिस्टर और उनके नेताओं की तो सुन लेते हैं।
Well, Pegasus making national headlines once again. On that note, this is the end of this edition of Top Angle. Do check out incisive news analysis and cutting-edge documentaries streaming on News 9+.